Hey guys, how you doing? It's Mike Guerra with the Guerra team. Today we're going to talk about 5 things I wish I knew before becoming a realtor. So if you're out there and you're scrolling the internet and you're thinking of a new career and you're thinking maybe I want to become a realtor, I have 5 things that I want to share that I wish I knew before becoming a realtor. These are just things. I've been a realtor now almost 10 years, things that, I think about over time, or someone mentioned it, hey, watch out for this. And I didn't really think about it. And then when I got into it, I was like, wow, they were right. So these 5 things I want to share with you is just something to consider if you're thinking of becoming a realtor. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you have any questions, all my contact info is in the description. So let's get started. Number 1, and this is a big one, commission sales can get scary in the slow months. Yes. This one here was a big eye-opener for me because I came from, I had my own business before, but I was on a payroll. I made a weekly check. Most jobs out there, you make a weekly check, you get paid, okay. When you're on commission sales, when things are booming and you're making a lot of money, it's great. But then, in real estate, you have your ups and your ups and downs and slow and busy times. So, spring and fall are busy, but then, December, January, February, and sometimes into March, you have a span there where it's slow and no sales or very low sales are happening. So I always say you got to be like a chipmunk and store your food for the winter months. You have to store some money and put money aside in order to get you through those slower months. So you're on commission sales, you get paid when you sell homes, but if there's a period where you're not selling, you might have a quiet period and go months without income. So something to consider. Number 2, freedom from a 9 to 5. Everyone thinks I want to be a realtor. They see on TV selling sunset and it's so easy. You go to restaurants and you make sales very easy. But it's anything but that. I mean, if you're hustling and you want to, be a top producer, if you want to sell a few homes a year, that's fine. But if you want to get into 20, 30, 40, 50 plus homes a year and do, some big volume, the 9 to 5 more turns into 6 to 9. I always say I'm up early. I'm at like 5 a.m. And checking the emails, starting to work, and I could get calls as some nights 7, 8, 9 at night. Sometimes you're working on a deal 11, 12. I mean, so I put in 12, 13, 14, 15-hour days as a realtor. So just something to consider. You got to remember, you got to say goodbye to your weekends and evenings, because when do people want to look at homes? Weekends and evenings. That's when they're not working. So you got to be available, because if you're not, they're just going to find somebody else. So things you got to consider. It's not a 9 to 5 job, and you've got to be willing to work, evenings and weekends. Number 3, you can't rely on family and friends for business. This is just something, and a lot of realtors will tell you that. You think, I'm going to get into real estate. I know a lot of people, I have a lot of friends, but the average person knows, I think it's like 4 to 5 realtors. So you'll be surprised. Sometimes your family will go and use someone else, and your friends will. You got to be willing to get out there and hustle and get new leads and make new business. But I was fortunate enough, my dad, Sam, love you, Dad, and my sister, Shelly, and brother-in-law, Shelly and Danny, and a couple of my good buddies, Davor, Greg, love you guys, supported me. But you just can't rely on family and friends. You have to get out there and have a system in place, generate leads, and get those sales. So that's something, you got to keep in mind. Number 4 is continuing education. What does this mean? You must continue to educate and upgrade your learning. So as a realtor, I'm always taking courses, seminars. I go away for weekends to learn in courses, try to learn from coaches. You just have to continually learn. The industry changing so fast along with other industries, with technology and everything. So you've got to stay on, the leading edge of what's new, be able to offer your clients the latest things, but you got to continue to learn. Being a realtor, every couple of years, you have to do a course and upgrade for your license, registration, and all that stuff. So you're always continuing to learn. So if you're a person that doesn't really like, to read and doesn't really like to attend seminars and stuff, you got to keep that in mind, because, with real estate, you should be doing that on a regular basis to stay on top. And last but not least, number 5, you must put yourself out there. And, in order to be a successful realtor, you have to get out there. If you don't like being on camera, like I'm doing these videos here, I never used to like to be on camera, but I've done one and another one, and I'm still learning. You can go back and watch some of my older videos. I've kept them up on my YouTube channel because I kind of get a kick out of it to see where I came from, where I'm progressing to. I still have a far way to go, but on social media, you have to get out there. You have to kind of stay ahead of the rest. There's thousands and thousands and thousands of realtors out there, and people have to remember your face. They have to know who you are. are. So you have to constantly market yourself, whether you have money from marketing to put your face on billboards, or it doesn't cost you anything to get on social media and do posts and build your sphere of influence. Have the confidence or have the guts to start and get out there and put your face out there on social media and get known and let people know who you are and that you're a realtor. So those are my 5 things that I wish I knew before becoming a realtor. Again, I wasn't a pro and I'm not a pro at all of them, but I'm learning and I'm adapting. But if you're thinking of becoming a realtor, those are some things you can consider. Again, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out anytime. I'm always happy. All my info is in the description below. And I thank you again for watching my video. Have a great one.